Good late morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging. Well, coming at you with thoughts of the day, I ran across an interesting lecture. Not a lecture, I'm sorry, an interview of Noam Chomsky from 2002. And rather than jotting down the notes, I thought that I would use my handy-dandy, look at my hair, tape recorder and kind of play portions of it and then discuss. So, I'm going to do that now. Something different that I normally don't do here on Lounging With. Other than when I do my live show now, I'm introducing music until people get there. Okay, listen good. Anarchism, libertarian socialism, and anarcho-syndicalism. Okay, went off the screen with Noam Chomsky. He explained something that it's easier than me writing it down, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I'm doing it this way. This is from 2002.
Libertarian throughout modern European history and socialist anarchist. The socialist movement, the workers' movement and the socialist movement, sort of broke into two branches, roughly. One statist, one anti-statist. The statist branch led to Bolshevism and Lenin, Trotsky, and so on. The anti-statist branch, which included Marxists, left Marxists, Radical, Rosa Luxemburg, others, to kind of merge more or less into an amalgam with big strain of anarchism into what was called libertarian socialism. So libertarian in Europe always meant socialist. Here it means ultra Ayn Rand or Ultra Institute or something like that. But that's a special.
Okay, this is what I've been saying for a while. I hope that picked up. Of course, I'll know when I play this back. That we're special here in the United States, ladies and gentlemen, because as Noam Chomsky pointed out, libertarianism meant something completely different back in the day. And I still know people that go by libertarianism, but they reject, of course, the United States, the American sort of newfangled definition of this by way of Ayn Rand and, like he mentioned, Cato Institute and people like that. It used to really mean like a classic liberal, like he was saying, it really meant what we would consider now to be like socialist, in the definition of worker-led, the means of the production, the ownership, the distribution is in the hands of the workers are the owners. So that's, see, now the reason why I wanted to play that, I'll play a little bit more too, is I think from now on, I guess when people ask what I am, they don't really ask what I am. I think, I'm not really anything, but when somebody claims to be something, I guess I'm going to say, well, what do you mean by that? What's your definition of that? Like, for example, I ran into, remember that song? I met my lover at the grocery store. The snow was falling Christmas Eve. I know, it's uncanny the way that I can do this, but that's that old Lang Syne song that, she ran into, we drank a toast to innocence, we drank a toast to time. Yeah. Well, anyhow, I met my old lover. No, I met a gentleman who I knew a long time ago, in a biblical way. Yes, I'm just going to say it. At the post office several months ago, and I don't really run into this gentleman too much, but when I did, I said, oh, hi, how are you? Person X. I don't want to out anybody that might have had biblical relations with me. And he literally said, I'm so far right, I'm meeting myself at the end. What kind of thing is that to say how you've been lately? I mean, are people so defined by their political views, by their particular branch of the Overton window kind of scale to which they adhere, that's how they... I found that really weird, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe like, say that I met Caution Slippery When Wet, and we met. Like, hey, Caution, how have you been lately? No, wait a minute. He would say, Lisa, how have you been lately? And I'd say, oh, I'm just so far off the charts to the left that I'm falling off the earth. What does that even mean? I would not answer that way either, because that's not really how I am. All right, a little bit more from Noam. I get mad about the cars, but, this is the charm of Lounging with Lisa, is how unproduced it is. Just go with it.
Usage having to do with a lot of things quite special about the way the United States developed, and this is part of it. There it meant always meant to me socialist anti-state, the anti-state branch of socialism, which meant a highly organized society, completely organized, and nothing to do with chaos, but based on democracy all the way through. That means democratic control of communities, of workplaces, of federal structures built on systems of voluntary association spreading internationally.
I hear the whatever you just said. My God, you see how I am. Voluntarily associating with others is still a mainstay for like your Ron Paul libertarians. Anyhow, I just think it's interesting how words have been definitions have been very skewed here. Like, when you think of anarchism, you think of complete chaos and everybody in the streets shooting off guns and, destroying businesses or something. And that's not the true nature of the definition, is what Noam Chomsky is trying to say. Is that libertarianism, in the definition that was accepted by most everyone until some shenanigans unfolded. Oh, my Glooby's not in my hand. It means like socialist anarchist. And then I like how at the beginning he went into the different, what happened in terms of the divide, the split, where you had some people going more statist, like Lenin, I think he said, and he also said, Stalin, I think he said, I don't remember. And then you had your true people that were anti-statist, that would have been your left-wing Marxists, that would have been that Rosa Luxemburg, that would have been, more in tune with how we define it today. So there's a lot of nuance to these definitions or political theories. And I think that most people, especially here in the United States of America, are simply used to hearing Democrat, Republican, left, right, this, that. And talk about going through school, like, a lot of people from a certain segment of society say that the higher education places are brainwashing to like a liberal ideology and all this, and there might be some truth to that. However, they're all based on this American exceptionalism and also capitalism big time. Professor Richard Wolff has several doctorates. Look him up if you would. Richard Wolff, Wolff. And he has several doctorates in he's an economist. Yeah, God, I can't even speak. And he said that, having gone to several higher learning centers to achieve those goals, never once did they teach like the Marxist theory. It's all economics courses are all based on the capitalism model, I guess. And so, I don't know, there's a lot of nuance to things in life, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And let's just see, let me move on just a little bit, and then I'm going to release you from bondage.
It's traditional anarchism. At least, anybody can have the word if they like, but it's the mainstream, probably the mainstream of traditional anarchism. And it has roots, coming back to the United States, it has very strong roots in the American working class movements. So if you go back to, say, the 1850s, the beginnings of the Industrial Revolution, that was right around the area where I live, in eastern Massachusetts, textile plants and so on. The people working in those plants were, in part, young women coming off the farms. They were called factory girls. So the women from the farms working the textile plant. Some of them were Irish, immigrants in Boston, and that group of people. They had an extremely rich and interesting culture. Kind of like my uncle who never went past fourth grade. Very educated, reading modern literature. They didn't bother with European radicalism. That had no effect on them. But the general literary culture they were very much part of. And they developed their own conceptions of how the world ought organized than to run newspapers. In fact, the period of the freest press in the United States was probably around the 1850s. In the 1850s, the scale of the popular press, meaning run by factory girls in Lowell and so on, was the scale of the commercial press, or even greater. And these were independent newspapers, a lot of interesting scholarship on them. You can read them, though.
He goes on to mention how the people over here in the United States, like that he's talking about right now, how they, I guess, caught on to the Marxist model, so to speak, I don't know, for lack of a better description, without ever having heard of him, of the Karl Marx situation. So it's, you know, things rise up at the same time and are not necessarily piggybacking off each other, if that makes any sense. I was doing this so you could maybe see the, look at these birds. I'm gonna try to turn this around so that you can see the birds on this. I hope he's in the frame. I really do. Look at that. I hope he's in there. Gee, I really hope that bird was in there. Okay, Lounging with Lisa. The video series and As We Lounging while coming at you with Noam Chomsky's thoughts of the day. Please join me, join others, drop your political identity, focus on issues, and leave labels at the door, and really investigate the nuance of all these different labels anyway. I think that's an important start.